Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Eric here, guys, with the TRD Squad, bringing you guys my version of Mutants. This is kind of a random deck here, but honestly, I was really tired with the current meta, and I wanted to play something a little bit different, something kind of fun, just to play casually online as well. So I decided to play Mutants. I decided to explore one of my older decks here. I never really did a deck profile on. I was gonna do a deck profile on this deck a while back, but when Rete got banned, I kind of just stopped there. So I decided to kind of deck again. I've tried out different variations of playing with the deck. If you want to play a competitive version, you can just play a pure mutant deck with a bunch of floodgates. Like there can be only one. A skill drain. This deck does so good under like floodgates because all of your mutant monsters are gonna be like different types. They're also all different attributes. So there's a variety of floodgate floodgate trap cards you can play with this deck. But I don't like to play with a lot of floodgates because I want to have friends. I want to keep playing with my friends. So I made it slightly different. We're playing two floodgates. I'm gonna showcase you guys what they are in the deck profile, but I'm playing these two floodgates based because of what the meta is of the meta because of what the meta is right now. But you can easily just drop those, play anything else as well. And we're playing two different like deck engines in this. This is I do consider this to be like a pure mutant deck as well, but it's also splashed within the engine. Like I said, there are a variety of ways to play with this deck, guys. I wanted to, I tried them all out. I thought this was more of like the more better one if you want to play a more mutant style deck. So yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get to his deck profile. Now, this deck is extremely budget for some of my viewers out there. The cards are like super cheap. Hopefully, Konami continues to make support for this deck because I feel it's just like one or two cards away from being meta. And I know you hear that a lot, but honestly, this deck is really good though. Like I said, with just like one or two cards, it can easily be way better. But to start things off, guys, we're gonna go and play three copies of Mutant ST46, three copies of Mutant ML5. Now, both these cards have basically the same effects. If they're both normal or special summon, you get to search one card from your, or you get to search one mutant card from your deck to your hand or add from your deck to your hand. Depending on which one you summon, though, depends on which card you add. Mutant ST46 does have ST in its name, so Mutant ST46 is actually your spell and trap searcher. Mutant ML5 has M in its name, Mutant M, so it searches out any mutant monster from your deck to your hand. And then they both have the same secondary effect, guys, where you contribute this card and then banish one card from your hand or field. Depending on what you banish, depends on what you get to summon out. But you get to special out one of your level 8 mutant monsters from your hand or from your deck. We're also playing two copies of Mutant here. This card is one of like the more recent support that we got. Honestly, it was really great support. Usually when Konami releases some support, something like really horrible. But yeah, really good job on Konami. Kudos to Konami because this card is actually really good. And what this card can do, guys, is that if you control a mutant monster, you can special out from your hand. And it has the same secondary effect as the other mutant cards. But instead of banishing a card from your hand or from your field, you get to banish one mutant card from your deck and then special summon out one mutant level 8 monster, depending on what the card was that you. And for level 8 mutant cards, guys, we're playing two mutant beasts. So if you use any one of these effects and you banish a spell card, you can bring out beasts from your deck. Now, beast has the ability where it can banish one card on field to negate the activation of a spell or a spell effect. I believe it's spell or spell. Quick effect, you can banish one card from your hand or field and negate the activation. So yeah, if you're planning to activate a spell card or effect, right? So it's me spell card effect, you can banish one card. And to bring out this card, guys, you're just going to go and tribute any one of these off and finish one spell field. Mutant Arsenal, guys, requires a trap. That's special that's about. Now, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish one monster on field. It is targeting, though. A really good card doesn't negate, though, but still it's a solid card to play with. Then the last level 8 that we're playing is Mutant Mist. By far, probably the worst mutant boss monster that there is in the main deck or the extra deck. If your opponent activates a trap card, guys, you can banish one card on the field from your hand or from your field, and then you get to draw two cards. Not that good because it doesn't negate, though, but the +2 sometimes is good as well. But that's it, guys, for the mutant cards here. And I will go, we're not going to go over it more, but you guys get to see what they do when we do the combo part of the video. And now the engine that I play with, guys, with mutants, because I feel like it goes really good because since we are banishing a lot of cards, whether we're banishing user effects to negate or to draw cards, or we're using these smaller ones to summon, we're banishing quite a bit of cards from our hand or from our field. And so one of the engines that came into my mind very quickly was the Thunder cards because we banished. We're playing one Thunder Dragon Matrix, one Thunder Dragon Hawk, three Roar, and three Dark as well. If you don't want to play the Thunder package, you can easily play the new Goldie cards. However, though, with the Goldie, even though the Goldie cards want to be banished, Goldie cards banish cards themselves. And when you're banishing your mutant cards, you're banishing the entire field. You don't always get that recursion off your mutant cards. Like all your mutant boss monsters have the ability when they're destroyed by card effect you get to start adding some of your banished cards back to your hand. And so when you're using the goldie cards to banish just everything on field, you lose the ability to get the recursion from your mutant cards. So I just feel like the Thunder package was just a little bit better for that. If you don't want to play this package as well, guys, you don't want to play goldie, just play a bunch of hand traps or floodgates so we can easily just splash those in there. We're playing 3 copies of Necroface. This card's really good here because you're playing like Tearlaments and you're just banishing cards off the top of their deck. They're not going to get the graveyard effects. And if you're banishing your Thunder Dragon cards, you're going to get their effects. If you're banishing your Meeting cards, it's perfectly fine because that's kind of where you want them at. You can always get them right fusion cards or with spells. So yeah, Necrophage is a really good card as well. It's just very frustrating when you also gives you insight on what your opponent is playing when you're going first because you banish this, you banish cards off the top of their deck. You get to see what you're playing as well. Playing 3D shifter because we don't care what we banish because we like to banish. How we're playing this deck. So yeah, this card just got a reprint, which made it extremely cheaper as well. Playing 2 Mutant Evolution Lab. This card's really cool because on activation, you can target one of your level 4 or lower mutant banished monsters and then get to special summon it out. Also, for every banished mutant card with a different name in your banish zone, all your mutant monsters will gain 100 attack. And then once per turn, you can target one of your mutant monsters in hand, shuffle it. Place on the bottom of your deck and get to draw 1 card. So yeah, we mostly just play for the first effect as well. And also, with the spell cards you can banish to bring a list. 2 mutant expansion. This is a continuous trap card. When you activate it, you get to special summon out 1 level 4 lower mutant monster from your deck. So it's like a really cool searcher for the deck. It's a trap card as well. I like it because it's continuous, so you can always banish it with one of your other mutant cards if you don't want to get rid of it. Because once this card is activated, you can use its effect. Really doesn't do too much, but I do really provides a little bit of protection. So if a level 8 or higher mutant monster you control be destroyed by card effect, and you banish this card, you control that. So this has that protection as well. But it's also just a card you could banish if you don't want to banish anything else. 2 mutant cards. This is a trap fusion card here. During the main phase, you can fusion summon out 1 mutant monster from your action deck by shuffling the materials on it from your field, graveyard, or banish zone. So yeah, so even when you're banishing your cards or Necroface, put your cards in the banish zone. You could easily use this card to shuffle them back into the deck and then bring out bigger boss monsters that way as well. And of course, we're playing the Myutant Thunder Dragon Fusion here because we're all playing the Thunder cards as well. Then we're playing, you gotta play 3 copies of Vitaly. It's not a hard one per turn. If you open up all 3 of them, that's perfectly fine. It's a combo anyways. And all your smaller mutant monsters are all sidekicks. Card's really good. 1 gold star because you can just banish whatever you might need, or you might Necrofacious, you got nerve. And then maybe from there you can get like some of your Thunder Dragon effects go off. 1 call by the grave because Ash can really hurt this deck. And the 2 floodgates I'm playing, guys. I just don't really care for the meta right now. Dimensional Barrier and Macro Cosmos. Because I don't care what gets banished. As long as I'm banishing these Shizu cards and Chillerman cards, I'm playing pretty good. So I like these 2 floodgates. Normally, guys, I don't play floodgates, but this current format just got really frustrated. Play has you the same way as well. Also, forgot to mention, I was really happy to do this deck profile. So I'm going to showcase you guys my new method. I kind of go over more into detail when I do the test time, because I'm going to go zoom out the camera more of it as well. But for the extra deck, guys, 2 Mutant Synthesis. This card requires it requires 1 level 8 mutant monster plus any other mutant monster. Upon summon, this card allows you to pop 1 card on field. And then it has like a very weird secondary effect that provides protection for itself. But it says when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can activate this effect. For the rest of this turn, this face-up card is unaffected by the effects of the opponent's card of the same monster, of the same type that was activated. So like if your opponent activates a spell card, quick effect, activate this effect. The card is no longer affected by spell cards. And the same thing for trappers. Only once per turn. But yeah. So yeah, you normally want to make this card on your opponent's turn using the Mutant Cry Fusion card because you get to put 1 card on the field. And we're also playing Mutant. Oh, sorry. And this card has a effect where if it's destroyed by your opponent's card, whether it be by battle or by effect, you can target one of your banished mutant cards and just add it back to your hand. Which is why I like to play the Thunder package, because when you're playing Goldie and you just banish everything, you're not going to get those graveyard effects to recard your cards all over again to continue playing with mutants. 2 Mutant Ultimates. 2's enough. Even sometimes just like 1's enough. It's really hard to go into because this card requires 3 level 8 or higher mutant monsters, and we're only playing 4 of them. But when you do make this card, it's a really good boss monster because it's an Omni Negate. So if your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect, all you gotta do is just banish 1 card of the same type from your graveyard, and you get to negate that effect or activation. And then if this card is destroyed by your opponent's card, whether it be by battle or by card effect, guys, you can target one of your banished mutant spells, one trap, one monster. You get to add those 3 back to your hand. It's a really good card, really good boss monster. I like it because if it is destroyed by opponent's card, whether by battle or by card effect, you're gonna get that recursion. And of course, we're playing 2 Thunder Dragon Titan. You can also just cut this card back to 1. Sometimes you make 2, but normally you're just gonna make 1. And of course, with Thunder Dragon Fusion, you can easily just shuffle this card right back into. Well, playing 1 cross sheet because we're playing a bunch of fusion cards. Cross sheet's really good, especially when you're something like Synthesis. I don't know what points to. You can easily bring out some of your spawn mutant cards from the graveyard and get the trigger on summon. 1 active Arena guys is really good. 1 dark, the dark Primary Gloomy because we're out playing some well. Then a small Nightmare package here, Cerberus and Unicorn. You can cut either one of these 2 out, or you can also cut out this card I'm about to show you here. You can play the Phoenix as well. Unchained Abomination plus Titan, and just allows you to pop 2 cards. If you pop a card with Titan, Abomination will pop a card during the end phase of card. You attack the show monster, you pop a card with Abomination. Just easily just popping cards with the 4th. Zero Boros because we're banishing everything. And Zero Boros is a really good boss monster. You can OTK. And since we're playing some level 8s in the main deck, guys, 1 copy of Dingirsu. Really good card, and it's good at removing like any kind of problematic card that you might have. Moving like, for example, like this. Already. The fusion card. Dragoon. I can't believe I forgot the card's name. Yeah, really good to get rid of Dragoon here. We're just need a problematic card like that as well. Dingirsu is still really good. That's it for the extra day, guys. I'm going to shuffle up the deck and adjust the camera when we get into the test time part of the video, guys, so don't leave just yet. All right, YouTube, so we're now here at the test part, or test time part of the video, guys, where I just kind of shuffle the deck for you guys, and then just show you a random test. And like I said before, I was really excited to showcase you guys this current deck profile, so I want to show off my mat. So for my budget players, if you want to play on a nice fancy mat, I picked this up on eBay for 16 bucks, $2 shipping, that's a total $12. It took about 2 weeks to get here. First, I was kind of worried because I was worried about the artwork, the quality of the map, but honestly, it's super nice for 16 bucks. I do feel like it's kind of like a knockoff version of Teen Samurai X's one playmat that he made. But honestly, like with for 16 bucks, you can't beat it, guys. The details are extremely nice. If you look at Obelisk, everything's just super nice. Spectre looks really nice as well. So wow, this is a super nice mat. If you're a budget player out there and you're looking for like a cheap mat, has zones, eBay's the way to go. If you're interested, guys, I can leave you a link down in the comment section. I'm not gonna make any money off of it, guys. I'm not sponsored, but just want to showcase you guys and help out with my. So, one thing I like about this mat as well, guys, is that it has the full zones here for bow trap and monster zones. Usually, when you purchase a mat, you just get like half the extra monster zone, but this one just full monster. Yeah. So, for the deck level one more time, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and do a deal here. Yeah, I'm not the best shuffler, guys, in the game, but yeah, I'm going to put the deck there randomly. About the first 5 cartridges, we got Necroface, Mutant, Mutant 5, Dragon Dart, and Mutant Arsenal. This is not bad at all. It's actually a really good hand here. So, guys, what you can do is normal summon Mutant MO. That's going to like to add 1 mutant card from your deck to your hand. This one, you just go to add your Mutant ST46. Have something. Now you can go special light your Mutant here. Control Mutant Monster. And then now you can go and activate your Mutant ML5, guys. You can go ahead and, well, you know what, we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and activate Mutant here, guys. We're going to go ahead and activate its effect by triggering itself. You can banish 1 mutant card from your deck. So we're going to go ahead and banish. Go ahead and banish a card. We're going to go and banish Mutant. Okay? This will allow us to special. I did that first because I'm going to go ahead and activate ML5 to banish Necro. If I banish Necroface and I banish, it's kind of pointless because now I can bring up. So, like activating Mutant was the first thing to do. So now we're going to go ahead and activate ML5. We're going to banish Necroface to special ML5 as well. Special summon out your Mutant Beast from deck. And now at this point, guys, we're going to go ahead and resolve Necroface in the graveyard. We're going to show our deck here. You get to banish 5 cards off the top. 5. Another Necroface. Dimensional Fissure, Telly, Shifter. This will trigger the other Necro face in the banish zone. That's what you banish more. Roar, Telly, another Shifter, Dragon Dark, which was good, and a Mutant Cry. So we're going to go to resolve our effect. I'm going to do a. Let's see, we're going to go ahead and resolve Thunder Dragon Roar, which allows us to add a. How many cards we have? We're going to go ahead and resolve Roar, so allow us to add the. I'm going to go ahead and add the. Let's see. We're going to add the Fusion card, Thunder Dragon Fusion here. Now, I'm sorry, that was off the Dark effect. Now Roar effect will resolve. I always forget what Roar. If this card is banished from the field to grab, touch on that one. I'm going to go ahead and special summon out the Thunder Dragon. At this point, we've also managed to banish 10 cards off our opponent, so now we know what our opponent is playing. And now, guys, at this point, you can go and activate your Thunder Dragon Fusion, targeting your Hawk. Your Dragon Dark Energy 4. So I shuffle all 3 back into deck. Make your Titan. So we've ended on 3 solid negates with some follow up for next as well. Now, during your opponent's turn, you can banish Dark. So you can discard Dark to add Dark, and then Titan will allow you to pop field, so that's an option there. And then you can banish Beast. You can banish Beast. What you're gonna do, since you don't really have too many cards on in your hand, you can just banish 2 cards to activate resolve your effect. If your opponent activates a spell card, guys, go ahead and just banish Beast and then get a spell card. If your opponent activates a monster, arsenal monster in your field. Or you're still left with like Thunder Dragon Titan here. But now, anyways, on your opponent's turn, guys, you can normal summon ST46, a spoiler trap card. We did banish quite a bit of mutant cards here. You can just go ahead and add like your mutant field spell, and you can easily like special summon out your mutant ML5 from graveyard, and this will give you access to like to your mutant. Or what you can also do is just go ahead and like playing on that. You can just go ahead and add your Now, fortunately, we actually banished all of our spell cards as well. That kind of got us there. So yeah, you'd be forced to just kind of activate Immune Evolution. We got Mist in the graveyard as well. But yeah, and you got Dragon Arts Pulsing cards as well. So yeah, this was a pretty decent starting hand. But fortunately, we banished too many cards off our deck, guys. We're gonna do one more test hand here. I'm gonna put everything back where it belongs. So more time, we're gonna do one more test. Run to ST46, Mutant ST46, Mutant Expansion, Mutant Evolution Lab. Yeah, this actually not too bad at all. Anyways, it's still a really good here. Anyways, you can activate ST46. Add a card. We have to add our Mutant Cry here. It's actually not bad at all, even though we opened up a bunch of cards here. So now what you can do is activate ST46. You can tribute itself off. Banish your Mutant from your hand. Special summon out your Mutant Cry from deck, or your Mutant Beast. And then you can go and activate your field spell. Special summon out your Mutant from your banish zone. You can activate your Mutant here. You can tribute itself off. And I always like to banish my trap cards because if for some reason one of my mutant fusion monsters is destroyed by a card effect, it allows me just to get my cards back into the deck. So we're gonna go ahead and banish Cry here. This will now allow us to bring up our hand. Oh, sorry, this allows us to special art field now. And so this doesn't look like too much, guys, but you know it's like your 2 traps here. And you got some pretty decent follow-up for next form of ST. Now, this is actually still 3 interruptions plus like plenty of follow-up. So now on your opponent's turn, if your opponent activates a spell or trap, if your opponent activates a spell card, go ahead and banish Beast on its own. Get that spell activation. If your opponent activates a monster effect, banish Arsenal, banish one of your opponent's monsters. Now we do have 2 mutant boss monsters in our graveyard. So that makes Mutant Cry active. So you can also activate Mutant Cry during your opponent's turn. Shuffle the 2 mutant boss monsters that you banished back in the deck. Then you get to special summon out the mutant synthesis here. And synthesis will also allow you to pop one skill. If you want to go a different route from here, you can also do this as well. I'm going to showcase. Before you activate Mutant Cry, you can activate Mutant Expansion here. You can special summon out your Mutant MO5. And actually, you can do this beforehand as well. I'm going to showcase the right things you do that. So, even MO5 on summon will allow you to add a Mutant monster, so you can go and add your Mutant Mist. Now, before you had resolved these effects, what I would have done first was activated the expansion first, because summon out MO5 would have allowed you to add your Mist to hand. And now you could have used Beast effect or Arsenal effect to banish the Mist, to resolve its effect, and then use for its effect. And you can activate Mutant Cry at this point. You can shuffle back all your 3 big boss to the deck. And rather than making synthesis, you can also make your Ultimus, which is an Omni negate. Now, if your opponent activates a monster effect or a card, you do have some of those in section effect to resolve. Or you can also banish your field spell to negate either one of them. So you do have an Omni negate here as well. Now, depending on what you banish, like let's say you banish your opponent activates a monster effect and you banish mutant here. If Ultimus is destroyed, it's pretty cool because when it's destroyed by your opponent's card, you get to add your banished cards back to your hand, giving you a full hand to play again with next time, guys. And we've also shuffled all of our boss monsters back into our deck, so we have like a full hand going second all over again. You can summon 36, adding another traffic hand. Yeah, this particular case, we do play 2 field spells. Let's just say that we get this back on our opponent. Say like even this gets our field spells left up. And so now we're summoning your ST46. Easily just add your second field spell back. You can activate ST46, guys. You can banish your mutant. You ST46 off. You got mutant B. Activate your second field spell. You got mutant again. You can activate the effect, guys, to banish the trap card from deck. This point, we're going to banish the mutant expansion. That's all. And this last, bring out mutant arsenal. You got 2 big boss monsters right back on field, guys. Push up being cry. You can do it again on field. And you can continue to just place next turn as well. But you also got 2 big boss monsters back on turn, guys. And that's the way the deck plays out, right? It's super frustrating. Once it gets rolling, it's kind of like a snowball. It just snowballs out of control. You can start rolling your opponent. It's a good card. This is a good deck at grinding. Kind of slow at first, guys, but with detailing now, it's a lot more consistent. This video, guys, has been it for the deck profile. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Super fun deck to play with, guys. Super budget as well for some of my budget players out there. Anyways, yeah, guys, try it out. Super fun. I do remember at one point this deck was really good on Master Duel. People were playing it because you splash the Thunder Dragon engine, usually make bosses. Fortunately, Colossus is still banned, but Titan is not, and Titan's still a really good boss monster. Done. Yeah, play this deck, guys. If you're tired of the current meta, you want to have some fun, this deck is honestly the one of the decks to go with. Hopefully, Konami can do some make support for it as well. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, guys, make sure you smash the like button down below. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. It's just a super and easy way for you guys to support me as a content support the channel as a whole. And I guarantee you guys, if you subscribe today, you will always draw the out. Anyways, overall, just thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one for the rest of your day.